Okay, now choose an ice cream flavor.
Oreo.
O-R-E-O. Now choose a sauce.
Caramel.
Your fortune is, you will have good luck.
All right, that sounds good to me. I hope you guys have all been having some good luck this past week. I wonder if you can guess what our project is. It has something to do with paper, and our project today is going to be origami crafts. So origami is traditionally associated with the Japanese culture. It's a very important tradition and a very important art for the Japanese people. But in modern times, the word origami has become also associated just with the art of folding paper to create a sculpture of sorts. So today we are going to do kind of a two-part project. Isla is going to show us how to make these sort of origami fortune tellers, and if you guys know how to do them already at home, then what I'm going to do is kind of take that one step further and show you guys how to make a small sort of star-shaped origami box, just taking that same sort of fortune-telling formula and going a little bit further. So without any further ado, let's go to our desk and we will start our project. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start with is obviously a piece of paper. Now, Isla's paper is already square. I'm going to show you guys how to get a perfect square just from a rectangular piece of paper. And this is really easy to do. So I just have a piece of printer paper here right now. And what I'm going to do is I am going to fold it diagonally to where the edges are absolutely perfectly lined up. Now that's one thing about origami is there's kind of no room for mistake. It's a little bit like math where there's really only one answer. That is correct. There is no room for creativity in the sense of the folding and the perfection that you need. So once you kind of get your paper diagonally folded, you're going to have this excess part here. Now, sometimes I'll just fold that excess part off, but other times I'll just take a pair of scissors and I will cut right along the edge of where my paper is folded. Again, being very careful to not go into my folded part and to not veer off. And then once that piece is gone, we're going to open it up and we've got a perfect piece of square paper. So now before you guys do your origami, obviously if you're doing a fortune teller, you probably want to keep it blank or keep some sort of pattern. If you're going to do an origami box like the one we've got here, you could decorate your paper with crayon or pens and markers, whatever you want. And then when you fold your piece, it's going to have that pattern on it. So now we're going to get to the fortune teller part. And so Isla's going to do this along with us. And so the first thing you want to do is exactly what we have here, which is fold into a triangle. We're going to open this up. And then we're going to fold the opposite direction. Again, making sure that our corners and our edges are as perfectly aligned as we can possibly get them. I'm also using my thumbnail because with origami, you want to get a nice tight crease. That's going to help to keep your sculpture together. Okay, so now we open it up. Isla's already kind of going ahead. But what we want to do is we want to line up our square kind of like a kite shape, and we want to take our corners and actually fold them up into the center. We've got this sort of center line here that's going to help us stay right on track, and we want to do that to all four sides. So here I go. And there's that. All right. And then there's my other side. And as long as you keep those middle creases together, you should be pretty good. Sometimes it goes off by a couple of millimeters or a millimeter, and that is okay. If it really goes off, though, where you're getting kind of a wonky shape, you might want to start over. So once I've got all of my corners folded towards the center, I'm going to flip it over. Isla's got hers flipped over. And so now we just have a smaller square. And we're going to do the exact same thing, now folding our triangle up to that center again. So each triangle is going to have a split in the center. And we're going to do that with all 4 sides. Okay. And we're not going to speed this up for you guys, because if we did, then that would not work. You'd be trying to follow us like a speeding car on a highway. And so there we go. And so now I've got the 4 sides together. And so then what I'm going to do is fold it in half. Okay. Go.
And
I'm
then
fold
you
it
have 2
like
pockets.
and fold like that. Okay. And then if you guys can see, we've got 4 pockets here, and the pockets are for putting our fingers in. So I'm going to put my 2 fingers in that pocket. I'm going to kind of squeeze. I'm going to put 2 fingers in this pocket here and squeeze. And I've got a fortune teller. We both got one. So if you want to stop there and decorate the outside with your different fortunes, it can be numbers, can be letters, and then you put a few more on the inside, and then your fortunes go in there, then you are done with that project. Now, if you want to go a little bit further and go to this origami box, what we are going to do is we're going to get back to this shape, which is just where we had all of these 4 folded in, and we've just got where the finger pockets are. So instead of putting our fingers in there, what we're going to do is we're going to fold these flaps back, and we're going to make another set of triangles. And again, what we do on one side, we do on all sides. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to flip this over and see we've still got these little flappies here. And these, I'm going to do another fold. Again, keeping my triangle top and my split right in the center there. And I'm going to fold these right on its own crease, just to the edge though, because this is going to be what we're making here are the feet to our box. And so there we go. And now comes the cool part. So now I've got more pockets here, and I'm going to kind of take my pockets and squish them. It takes a little bit of practice. So if you're trying to squish and it's kind of going all over the place, just be gentle, just try to coax it. Try to imagine a square on the bottom of your box there, which is going to be sort of the container, the main area of your container. And we just want to kind of squish our box so that we have a little bit of a star. And then it should sit just right. And if you've got some jelly beans or some coins or anything, put them in there and you're good to go. All right, so Isla, in the meantime, has her fortune teller. And let's see how she's doing here. She's got her numbers on the fortune teller. I'm going to choose 3.
1, 2, 3.
3. All
Choose
right.
a shape.
I'm going to choose a triangle.
Triangle.
Okay, so I hope you guys were able to follow along. Good thing is you can always rewind and slow things down and look at the tutorial and hopefully you can get it. So as you can see, I kind of have just that basic origami box here. There's a little glare there, but you can also get really fancy with your edges as you get better with your origami and do some extra folds in there. Isla also is showing you how you can do things other than numbers and letters.
Ice cream flavors.
Yep.
Ice cream sauces.
Yep.
And then ice cream toppings.
Yep. And then we have here, this one we did the other night, right? This was cereal and the fruit that goes on top of cereal. And then our fortunes are on the inside. Let's see, what are some of our fortunes? You will find money soon. Ooh, all right. And another one Isla did was all the little social media icons. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. I hope you're all doing well and staying healthy and staying safe. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can get the prompt for the next episode that's coming up, which should probably be at the end of next week, I would say. And always feel free to share with me your artwork. It doesn't need to be this week's artwork, just could be any artwork that we've shown you up until now, or maybe even things that you've kind of been inspired to do on your own. My Facebook page is Asha MacDonald Fine Art. It's public and anybody can follow and like it and post. And I think that's probably it for the week. I think we have one shout out. Our shout out is to Brian, who I got one of his nightscapes sent to me by a little bird this past week, and it was pretty great. So until next week, I hope you guys are doing well, and we miss you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.